Before I explain my material, it's better if I introduce myself. My name is Putri Mulyana Hutasoid, NIM 182100059. Okay, now I want to explain my material. IELTS, or International English Testing System. Types of IELTS tests. The first, academic. This test is specifically for those who want to continue their education in countries where English is the main language and the language of instruction in the teaching and learning process. To continue their education to university or short courses abroad, prospective students are required to take the IELTS academic test as one of the administrative requirements. The second, general. In general, this test can be said to be easier than IELTS academic because it only aims to measure your ability to speak English in the context of everyday life, such as in the work environment or social interaction. This test is specifically for those who wish to work in countries where English is the primary language. Listening. 1. Time 30 minutes for section 40 question. 2. Real world listening situation. 3. Difficulty. 4. Rank of topic and text. Listening for specific information. Dates, place, name. Understanding yes or mean. Understanding speaker attitude or opinion. Listening. In this component, test taker will listen to recordings of native English speakers. They will then answer 40 questions based of the information provided on the tapes they have heard. Your success in your ability to understand the main ideas. Listening test format. Section 1, Conversation, 2 speakers. Section 2, Monologue. Section 3, Conversation, 4 speakers. Section 4, Lecture. General listening strategies. 1. Recording is played once. 2. Read question carefully before listening. 3. Familiarize yourself with question types, completing a chart, selecting picture, note-taking exercise. Reading. 1. Time 60 minutes, 3 reading passages, totally 40 questions. 2. Texts are taken from books, magazines, journals, and newspaper. 3. Question types. Find detailed information. Identify attitudes and views. Complete a diagram. Reading. This component aims to assess participants' various reading skills, including the ability to follow an argument and statement. Participants will be students at the undergraduate and postgraduate level or someone applying for professional registration in an English-speaking environment. After that, the participation will come to answer 40 questions related to the text they have invited speaking. Reading. This component aims to assess participants' various reading skills, including the ability to follow an argument and statement. Participants will be students at the undergraduate and postgraduate level or someone applying for professional registration in an English-speaking environment. After that, The participants will come to answer 40 questions related to the text. General reading strategies. The first, identify reading skills being tested. The second, practice these skills. Writing. Time 60 minutes to tasks. The writing component in academic IELTS consists of two tasks, namely academic writing task 1 and academic writing task 2. Task 1. 20 minutes descriptive report of a table or diagram 150 words. Task 2. 40 minutes 250 word essay in response to one opinion or a problem. Discuss uses, construct an argument, and use an appropriate tone and general writing strategies. The first, read the question carefully. The second, familiarize yourself with description of data in newspapers, textbooks. The last, practice formulating your own ideas on topics. Speaking. Time 10 until 50 minutes. Face-to-face interview between one candidate and one examiner. The component of the assessment of the test taker's ability in using English orally and is divided into three parts. Part 1. 4 until 5 minutes introduction and interview. Part 2. 1 until 3 minutes include prep, individual talk. Part 3. 4 until 5 minutes discussion topics. Speak fluently and link ideas coherently. 2. Demonstrate a range of appropriate vocabulary. 3. Use accurate grammar and appropriate register. 4. Speak so that a listener can understand. Speaking strategies. Part 1. Take the initiative if possible. Always say more than yes or no. Try to overcome nervous. Part 2. Take the 1-minute preparation time. Jot down some main ideas. Sound interested in the talk. Part 3. Give informed responses. Demonstrate your control of the language. Attempt to express abstract ideas. Support your opinions so that you are willing to provide extended replies. Scoring. IELTS provides a profile of a candidate's ability to use English. The second, candidates receive a score on a band scale from 1 until 9. Scores on the IELTS test are graded into 9 bands as follows. 0 did not attempt. No accessible information provided. 1. Non-user. Essentially has no ability to use the language beyond possibly a few isolated words. 2. Intermittent user. No real communication is possible except for the most basic information using isolated words or short formulae in familiar situations and to meet immediate needs. Has great difficulty understanding spoken and written English. 3. Extremely limited capacity and understand only general meaning in very familiar situations, frequent breakdowns in communication occur. 4. Limit user. Basic competence is limited to familiar situations, has frequent problem in understanding and expression, is not able to use complex language. 5. Modern user has partial command of the language, coping with overall meaning in most situations, so is likely to make many mistakes, should be able to handle basic communication in own file. 6. Competent user has general effective command of language despite some inaccuracies, inappropriate and misunderstanding. 6. Competent user has generally effective command of the language despite some inaccuracies, inappropriacies, and misunderstanding, can use and understand fairly complex language, particularly in familiar situations. 7. Good user has operational command of the language, though with occasional inaccuracies, inappropriacies, and misunderstanding in some situations. General handle complex language well and understand desired reasoning. 8. Very good user has fully operational command of the language with only occasional unsystematic inaccuracies and inappropriacies. Misunderstanding may occur in unfamiliar situations. Handle complex detailed argumentation well. 9. Expert user has fully operational command of the language, appropriate, accurate, and fluent with complete understanding. General strategies. The first, familiarize yourself with the test. The second, practice. The last, time management. Useful books. The first, complete IELTS 3 with answer. The second, insight into IELTS, Fiennes, Jackman, and Clark McDowell or CAP. Full website. 1. UGC introductory website. 2. IELTS homepage. 3. ELEC homepage. Example of writing test. Students should continue their study abroad than to study at home. 1. To what extent you agree or disagree with the statement. 2. Give reason for your answer and include any relevant example from your own knowledge or experience.